I am going to carry this with pride, believe it or not. So,
they were
Mark,
not easy to get.
Mark and Nick, and I want your dad to see this because he's standing right off to the left. Mark and Nick just got us LGBTQ lifetime membership cards. And we are back with yet another former guests. Guests.
Plural.
Yes, and somebody who's very special to us, who's been a big supporter of ours along the way. Obviously, we connected through your sister, Ashley. But you, when Ashley described her family life, I'm like, I got to talk to you, bro. I got to talk to you, brother.
Yeah, well, we came on to talk about Ashley, but we never even talked about Ashley.
Yeah,
it went a whole different direction.
Well,
that was because of Nick. Nick took that thing in a whole different direction.
Well, you're a fireman, right? So there are certain aspects of your life as a fireman that we wanted to talk about, but you also are gay. And you're betrayed. I have a hard time. I'm not going to say fiance because that's really gay. And Nick has constantly tried to make me blush throughout this whole experience.
Yeah, I know.
I think he's going to win tonight.
I don't know.
He's got that look. He's got that look in his eye. Did you put smell good on or something today?
I got to put a little bit behind my ears and sort of draw pheromones. It draws them in. So, Mark, your sister obviously had a positive experience on our show.
Yeah.
All right, and there are sufferings that you have gone through throughout your life that we wanted to come in and bring you on. But you were different than your sister in one respect, that you came on camera. Your sister was just.
She was previous season.
Yeah, she was just audio. That was before we got Andrew, before we got hooked up with A&J Media. What did you think when you got asked? Because we had some phone conversations.
I was a little nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the first things I asked my sister was, "Did you vet these guys?" And she's like, "Yeah, they're great. They're all law enforcement. They fit into our first responder family." And we talked to Ashley about it, talked to Nick about it, and we're like, "All right, let's give it a shot."
Well, what did you think, Nick, when you found out your potential husband?
Fiance.
No, it's not fiance. It's potential husband. Potential death trap over here. What did you think when he was asked on our show? Like, were you protective of him? Would you say this is not a good idea?
Didn't bother me at all. He could have done it.
Yeah.
And Nick was right there by his side the whole time.
Right, but I imagine there's part of both of you that you're kind of airing stuff, your personal life that you might not want out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's stuff you keep inside most of your life until you have an option to let it out.
But you're confident. You're confident in your decisions. You're confident in your life, and that's a great thing.
It felt good to talk about it.
I mean, it's not the first time you openly came out, but how did it feel to actually be on air and talk about it?
Oh, first time on a camera saying it and being open about it. It's like it's weight lifted off of you.
Right? What was the reaction like to those family and friends that?
Family loved it. Friends had a bunch of friends followed it actually, and they follow your podcast still today.
Oh, cool.
That's where all the followers
came. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there was definitely a couple first responders that jumped on that podcast.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole collection of them right, 4 blocks north of Route 4. Right,
North of 4, man. I'm west of 17, though.
There you go.
So you're in the ghetto of Bergen County, is what you're telling me.
East of Patterson, and north of
right by Elmwood Park, all in that area. We're not going to tell exactly where. I mean, if you want to,
we're in the nice corner.
If you want to give out your address, you can, but we'll just give you areas of where you live.
But you guys are so gracious to us. You jump on every Instagram live. You're always there to support us when we call out, hey, we're having an event. I was so happy to hear you guys were coming.
And they jump on the brake chops constantly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. That's why they fit in
perfectly
what it's all
about.
Us.
That's what family is all about.
Speaking of chops, it's Christmas, isn't it?
It is Christmas. It is Christmas.
It's a gift.
Oh, look at this. I'm so scared. Let's put it down.
Kev, you open that. No, put it on that side. No, so it's got to be on the camera. The camera's not over there. Kev, you open that.
There is one for each of you.
If that thing bites.
All right.
If this thing is made of latex.
So, this is for Mike.
Oh, boy.
We know you struggled.
Is it a wig?
No, that's for Mike. Kevin, yours is in the bottom of this bag.
Is it going to bite me?
No. Maybe.
Is it this?
Yeah,
No.
it's the only thing in the bag.
Oh, very nice.
Sam here.
Nice. Meat in a can just for me from my friends.
Don't get botulism, all right?
I struggle with the Spanish numbers.
There you go. And
tell you
Mike's
what.
got an issue with numbers over here.
Where's your old man? What's this?
Spanish numbering.
You want me to go to Dad?
Where's your old man? Because me and your old man are going to bond over Spam. Because I guarantee when he was younger, this is what he ate.
Matt, too.
The best stuff on earth is right here. Spam goes with everything. Are you guys fans of Spam?
I like Spam. He's vegetarian.
You're No, it's not. There's no meat.
There's
in
no
here.
meat in that. There's no meat in Spam. Come on.
Looks disgusting.
That's disgusting.
If I could get my
Open up
8-year-old,
the
when my
texture.
son was 8, I started giving him Spam. If I can get an 8-year-old to eat that, trust me, it's so good. I appreciate it, guys. I really, really do.
Yeah. So this one was hard to get.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Here we go.
Oh boy. Oh. This is a gift card to Frank's Hot Corner.
It's not.
Oh, it's a gift card, all right.
It's a,
my house.
it's a keys
You
to
better
his
read
house.
the front. There you go.
I
Oh, you know what? I am going to carry this with pride. Believe it or not. So,
They were
Mark,
not easy to get.
Mark and Nick, and I want your dad to see this because he's standing right off to the left. Mark and Nick just got us LGBTQ lifetime membership cards. That's great. That is fantastic.
Hey, could you?
With my name on it.
I have to renew my license because I use this as one of the points for my license.
If they don't accept it, you can cry discrimination.
Yeah.
You know what
That
though?
is great.
I'm very proud. In all seriousness, I'm very proud to call both of you my friends. And
Absolutely.
It's got absolutely
Family.
nothing to do with
You
your
guys are
with your
definitely
sexuality. I support every decision that you make because what you make as a decision is for you and you alone. Nobody has to like it. Nobody has to accept it. But if they say anything
But
bad to you, that's where I step in.
But you know what, Kev? I mean, look on the card it says "keep it up." I mean, that could mean a couple different things.
Reindeer, we gave him the buck.
I can't read it.
Thank you for your support. Keep it up.
I love it, guys.
Podcast, buddy. Keep up with
Oh, okay.
I love it.
Okay,
I
I've been trying to
absolutely
keep
love
it up.
it.
But I'm 56.
So I'm going to get a nice picture of the camera on that one. Straight ally. That is wonderful.
We are
Like that?
we're lifetime members.
This is going to be my best Christmas gift I ever got.
Proud to be a straight. It says on it, for people that didn't say it, it says lifetime membership. Proud to be a straight ally.
I'm gonna tell you-
LGBT
I'm going to tell
community.
you what, it's going in my wallet right now.
All right, I'll trade you for the PBA card.
So if I ever say something stupid on air, I'm like, don't worry. I'm good.
lifetime member.
I'm a lifetime
Card carrying.
Card
I'm a
carrying.
lifetime member. No, it's actually going right in my wallet.
You got a SD
Thank
card.
you
There
guys.
go.
From bottom of my heart, thank you
Oh,
guys.
thank you for all you do
Yeah.
and the support you give us.
From
I
his
love you both.
From his bottom. From his bottom to yours.
I'll get that later.
I love you both. I really do.
We love you
And-
guys back.
It's always
and
great
listen,
seeing you guys, man.
I
Thanks
want
for
you
all
guys
the support.
here when we do our next season 3.
Hopefully, yeah. a year
Except
from now.
except hopefully we'll be big enough where we'll be able to fly everybody out to Vegas.
Yeah. Well, we
That's
always
what
talked about Aruba, right?
Aruba would be nice.
yeah,
we could do a
we
remote
always said
podcast
when we
from
got
Aruba.
big, we're
Drew,
gonna-
you set up for that? A remote from Aruba.
I can do it.
All right, we're good.
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
Everything's completely possible.
Thank you guys so much, and we're going to be back with yet another great or interesting guest. You never know which one it's going to be. Sit your ass down. And we are back. We had some people come and travel to us. I believe this guest here traveled a little further than most.
They get the longest travel.
And of course, we're talking about our very good friend, Professor Teresa Augustinelli. It took me a long time.
He was
The whole way up here, I'm
all
saying
day.
Augustinelli. No, actually, Prof T and I, we speak more often now because we see each other on Clubhouse all the time. We talk with each other. We talk to each other on the phone about our very good friend Charlie Cifarelli, who has some health issues that we're wishing him the best on. And so you got that call. We made that connection through Charlie. You got that call to come on the show. I want to hear what was going on in your head.
So yeah, when I got the call from you to come onto the show, I was so excited because it's one of my passions. And when I did a little bit of research research, and you told me a little bit about what you're doing. I couldn't wait, and my son's a police officer. So to me, it was just so exciting to, first of all, hear your stories, and to be able to, put a little bit of perspective on, first of all, the mother of a police officer and somebody who works in the mental health and wellness field with first responders.
And your book, The Grid System. So there's a lot of different facets to your story that fit in really well with our concept.
When you realized you were coming on and you did your research on us, I'm sure you weren't that excited to come on after that. You figured you'd just say, screw it, I'll go do it. These two knuckleheads.
What the heck?
No, I felt like I was visiting family.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's really like a family or a friend atmosphere in here. It's just people sitting around and telling stories.
Your book is on our table.
Yes, it is.
When space allows it. Lately, we've had many people in there. We couldn't put much up there, but your book sits on our table, and because we're collecting authors.
Yeah, we're getting like a library. And the biggest book we have is the Hoboken Dictionary.
And from our show.
Dictionary.
Yeah, there's three words in it. These, those, and that.
Yeah, it's 3 words, but they call it 2. So it fits right in. So you've been on other shows since then. I know you've done some Zoom shows and things of that nature. Do you understand why we don't like the Zoom? I'm not knocking those shows because I know those shows you were on and they're friends of mine. But I need to sit across from you. I need to look in your eyes. I need to see what's going on inside your head.
And read body language.
I'm just going to say that. I feel the same way. You're the first and only live podcast show I've done, even though I'm considered international, right? Because I'm speaking globally now, but it's all from the other side of a computer screen because of COVID, obviously. But yeah, I agree with you 1,000%. Body language is key, eye contact. I just think there's
Especially
so
in your
much.
field, I'm sure it's easier to talk to people face to face than it is over Zoom.
Imagine it's essential.
Yeah, without doubt.
Imagine talking to Dr. Steph.
Yeah, over the phone.
No. With his Newark accent, no. I can't do that.
Because you got to read Dr. Steph's lips once in a while because you don't understand what he's saying. He's a Newark guy, so you want to talk Hoboken Dictionary, Newark Dictionary.
Yeah, they're different books, but they're in the same library. So what did you think versus the other shows that you did? I'm not knocking the other shows by any means, but did you see the difference? There's nothing like a live show.
There's nothing like a live show. And, I've done radio shows pre-pandemic. I've done some local TV shows, little rooms you're in, but you're still with somebody. You're talking face to face. So I do think that it lends itself to having a better interview and to be able to feel the person's vibe.
Did you do John Wiley's show? I know Dave, your son Dave did.
I did not do John Jay's show yet. No.
Nice guy.
I actually met John Jay I was in a clubhouse room with him, and I said, hey, my son is a police officer. He might be a good fit for your show. And come to find out, John Jay actually knew a police chief from my neck of the woods 30 years ago, and I connected those two.
There's a great story about John Wiley that happened in this bar.
Right here.
Right here. Yeah. Yes. So we both of us have done John Wiley's show. We were supposed to meet him when we were down in Florida, but we got kind of tied up with flight plans and everything like that. But we're sitting here, and there's an older guy sitting at the bar. He's like, hey, I'm a retired cop. I retired from Baltimore PD. I'm like, oh, we're sitting there, do you know John Wiley? Yeah. It's like, yeah, I know him. Calls him right away, and we sat here, and he took a picture with us, sent it to him, and what a small world that we meet somebody that John used to work with in this bar, the Grande Saloon, where we're sitting right now. It's a small world.
Well, and talk about the small world. We just had a small world moment a couple minutes ago.
Prof T knows Wally Green.
Wally Green.
Yes.
That's amazing. She was sitting right next to him and didn't even know.
Wally's an amazing guy.
Yeah.
He is an amazing guy.
Name, and you said ping pong, and I put it together, and I knew I was in clubhouse rooms with Wally, and it was just It's amazing.
I'm going to challenge Wally to a ping pong tournament tonight.
Okay.
Tonight.
You could use a tennis racket, and he'll use a guitar pick, and he'll beat you.
But he'll roll me for $1,000. He'll roll me for $1,000 first.
Yeah, without doubt.
So, where do you go from here? How's the book doing?
The book's doing great. It's on Amazon. So the book's going good. I'm getting great sales. I'm getting great reviews from it.
Getting some speaking engagements out of it as well.
And yeah, that's what I was going to say. So for 2023, I've already got some podcasts lined up. I've got people inviting me to come and speak at their company organization. So what I'm doing now is I'm using my book as a tool to help companies, businesses, organizations to tap into the emotional wellness programs. Because now more than ever, there's still a stigma with mental health.
Oh, without doubt.
You can't even say the word mental and health. So
There's going to be a stigma about mental health until someone goes through it. And then there was a stigma with me with mental health before, I had post-traumatic stress.
I would have been the first to tell you that they're faking it.
Yeah.
I would have been the first one to tell you. I'll be quite honest with you. But once you go through it, once you understand it, you're like, okay, I get it. But our job now your job included, is to open people's eyes.
I think, and I had a clubhouse room on the way up here because I had some time, and I called Julie Loken, and I said, hey, let's open a room. And the topic was mental health and wellness among men. And
That's a broad spectrum right there.
So we touched on a few different things, and with what happened with Twitch, and my brother took his own life, and working with veterans, first responders. It never ends.
Julie's going to come on the show soon. So Julie's a publicist she's on Clubhouse. I met her through there. And she's going to come on the show.
Yeah, we talk every day. So she's in Chicago. We're going to try to meet in Florida in between. Podfest.
Are you going Podfest?
I didn't plan to go, but let me see if I can just come and come and hang.
Yeah, well, we're going to be recording down there as well.
I heard a great conversation she was having with Wally before. She said she's done a ton of podcasts, but this one was her favorite.
I love it.
I heard her say it to Wally before.
I love it.
They were the cutest guys ever. The interview was fantastic, and
It was a lot of fun.
Too. It was fun, and you get the word out. That's what we're all about. We go through some deep, dark stuff, and we interject some humor, and
you gotta have humor.
You've taught me one of my new favorite words, and I was just going through this the other day. That's how I remember it. Therapize.
Okay, I'm glad it stuck with you.
As a matter of fact, the week before this will be a show about takeaways, and in there we do one of the takeaways from your show, and it was my new favorite word is therapize.
I thought you were going to say aqua dump.
Aqua dump is yeah, that's way up there. So Prof T, I really do appreciate you coming here. I really do come supporting
it's always
us.
a pleasure.
And your family.
Your family to us.
Your family.
Well, I couldn't think of anywhere else I'd rather be. And when I was seeing that New York City skyline and the traffic and the crazy drivers and the sirens.
Then you just can't wait to get back home.
Jersey. We do have another Eagles fan in the house, so I just want to let you know that.
Go Eagles.
Go Eagles.
I didn't realize I was in Eagles country up here.
Well, obviously you're in Saints country if you look around here.
I am.
It says right there, you're in Saints country.
I'm going to leave you with this. I have a proud dad moment to share with you. My son, my 13-year-old, wanted 2 jerseys. He wanted a Jason Kelsey jersey from the Philadelphia Eagles and a Bryce Harper jersey from the Phillies. That is fantastic.
Not too bad guys to look up to.
No.
On that note, I'm proud of Philly, and I can't tell you how much it warms my heart that your son is also a Philly fan.
Got to raise them right. Thank you so much, Prof T. And we're going to be back with our next guest in just a moment.
Sit your ass down.